Good morning to everyone. This is B. Balakrishnudu, lecturer in computer science. Today I would like to discuss the concept that is the stacks in data structures. Here stack is a non-primitive linear data structure. Stack is a non-primitive linear data structure. It is an order list in which addition of new data item and deletion of already existing data item is done from only one end. It is known as top of stacks. It means in a stack one data item is inserted and deleted at only one end. That end is called the top of stacks. So the next one is here. What is the top? Here top is nothing but a stack is simply a list of elements with insertion and deletions permitted as a one end, called the stack top. Means by using top an element which is a useful to insert a data into the stack and removing the data from the stack. With the help of the top, it is possible to insert and remove. So the stack operation is nothing but a LIFO. That means last in first out. Means that it is possible to remove elements from a stack in a reverse order from the insertion of elements into the stack. Thus a stack data structure exhibits the last in first out property. It means if you are insert the value, if you insert the one value that comes first, if you want to remove the values, that is in the reverse order. Reverse order means whatever if you want to remove the values, that means if you want the reverse order from the stack, that means you are insert the one value, last value is inserted from first value. That is the just we are taking the stack. That means last in first out operations. A stack supports the two basic operations. One is the push operation and second one is the pop operations. So the next one is here. What is the push means? It means insert of an element into the stack. Means generally the technique of an value into the stack is called the push runtime. If you want to remove the element from the stack, that is called the pop. So here this diagram will be indication. If you want insert, it means this is the stack. So this process entirely, this one totally, these are the stack. Now if you want to push an value, here push means if you want insert, and a value, that means this is the one data that will be inserting a value into the stack. This process is called the push. If you want to remove the data from the stack, that means this is the indication outgoing. That means this is called the pop. Means it is the push and this is the pop. It will be contains the four values. And here we are already told that means this is the concept belongs the last in first out. So here this is the last value will be first remove the value. That means last in first out concept. So here push operation means there is the push operation is used to insert an element into the stack. The new element is added at the topmost position of the stack. That means if you want to add any value, means here if you want the value that will be topmost to the element. This is the one stack. If you want to add element, that is the beginning of the stack. If you want to remove the value, that is also beginning data of the stack. That means this is called the top of the stacks. This is the top elements. That means only one end. So that's why they are telling that they insert an element into the stack. That the new element is added to the topmost position. This is the topmost position of the stack. So the next one is the pop operation. So before that one push operation, first of all we are consider whether the stack is empty or full. So but for that why at the time of inserting we are thinking about whether the stack is possible to insert the data. That means is it overflow or not. So before inserting the value, what we are doing, we must check if top is equals to max minus 1, because if that is the case, then the stack is full and no more insertion can be done. Means for example, if I am take the top is equals to 5, means if top is equals to 5, that means I would like to store the capacity of this stack is only 5 values. So our top will means top is equals to 5 minus 1. Here max is equals to 5 minus 1, 4. That means if the top is equals to 4, that means it is not possible to, that means there is no possible to insert the data. That means before inserting the value, you must be checking whether the top is equals to max min. This is the one type of condition to check whether stack is full or not. If it is a stack is empty, we can insert the data. Then at the time of removing the data, means if you want at the time of removing the data, then we are taking the whether it is a overflow. Means if an attempted is made to insert a value in a stack that is already full and overflow message is printed. But means if you want it's already the stack is overflow, we are checking if it is already full or not. This is the push operations condition. The first one is the we are checking whether the top is equals to max minus 1, or the second one is whether the stack is overflow or not. The next operation is pop operation. The pop operation is used to delete the topmost element from the stack. Means if you want delete topmost element from the stack, that operation is called the pop operation. Here we are checking the previous concept. At the time of inserting, we are telling that top is equals to max minus 1. Here at the time of deletion, we are checking top is equals to null. If there is no value, how can it is possible to delete the data from the stack? I think it is not possible. So that's why you must be checking whether the top is equals to null or not. If the top is equals to null, then sorry, it is not possible to delete the data from the stack. And next one is if the data is underflow, that means nothing data is available. No data is available in the stack. Then it is called the underflow. The data is more, that is a overflow. If the data is not available, that is nothing but underflow. This is the called pop operation, like this. These two are the stack operation. One is the push operation and second one is the pop operation. So that's what we are discussing here. That means here you are thinking that there are the two types of operations in the stacks. So this is the push operation and pop operation. So now the next concept after push and pop operation, now we are just simply take one simple example. Let us assume one simple example. Here 50, 40, 30, 20, 10. But look like this one, the first inserted value is the 10. Second insert value is the 20. Third insert value is the 30. Fourth inserted value is the 40. And fifth insert value is the 50. So that means last inserted value will be appear in the topmost stack. So if you want to insert the 60, then it will be moved like this one, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. That means the topmost position will be changes. Like here topmost will be indication 60 value. This is the 50 value. This operation is nothing but a push the data. For example, if you want to pop the data, for example, here top is the 60, 50, 40. It means here there is a possibility inserting and deleting one end. This technique is called the stack. For this one, we are taking the top element. Here also, if you want to remove the pop the data, that will be remove the 60 from the stack. Means 60 is removed from the stack. And if you want once again use the pop operation, now 50 is removed the data. But if you want to traversing the data in stack, but here traversing means the output will be not 10, 20, 30, 40. It is a 40, 30, 20, 10. That means first occurs 40, second occurs 30, third occurs 20, then after that 10. So this is the technique for the, that means this way of representation by using arrays means this entirely diagram indication our stack will be represented by using the arrays concept. So this is the push operation and this is the pop operation. So there are the two types of implementation by using the stack. The one implementation is the static implementation and second one is the dynamic implementation. So present session we have discussed about the stack implementation. That means this process is called the stack implementation. That means by using the arrays, this process is called the stack implementation. If you want to use the static implementation, if you want to use the dynamic implementation, that technique with the help of the linked list. By using arrays, we can implement the static implementation on the stacks. So here, static and dynamic, both are the stack implementation techniques. So the next one is static implementation is by using the arrays. So by using arrays, we can implement our stack. Then by using a linked list, we can implement the dynamic implementation list. And last topic and last concept, that is nothing but applications of stacks. Means up to now we are telling that what is the stack, what are the operations in stack, and how to represent the stack by using arrays, and what are the implementation of stacks. The last topic, this is nothing but applications of stacks. Here there are various application stacks used in the computer science, like compiler design and evaluation of arithmetic expressions and stack missions, etc. So in generally, by using the stack, there are so many advantages in our computer led generation. So here, first of all, if you want to design a compiler, at the time we are using the stack, means we are taking the last and first term. At the time of evaluation of arithmetic expression also, we can take the by using the help of the stacks and some other stack machine. Some of the advantages are the first one is the evaluation of arithmetic expression. This is the one applications, or this is the one type of advantage. And second one is the code generation for the stack missions. And third one is the implementation of recursion. I think you will know very well about the recursion. Means calling itself is called recursion. And next one is the factorial calculation. So by using recursion, we can calculate the factorial. So that's why our stack will be implemented by using this one. And next one is the quick sort. Means at the time of sorting techniques, it is also very helpful by the stack techniques. And last one, towers of Hanai problem. So these 6 are the applications of the stacks. So in next classes, we explain about the what are the how to represent the dynamic implementation for the stack. That means we can representation of the stack by using the linked list. So this is the what we are discussing. What is the stack? What are the operations like push and pop, and when it is overflow, when it is underflow, when it is empty, when it is possible to insert the data into the stack, when it is possible to remove the data from the stack. Then after that, how to represent the stack. That means by using the static implementation, by using the dynamic implementation. By using static implementation is nothing but just like by using arrays. If you want to represent the dynamic implementation, then we are taking that is nothing but by using linked list. So this is the concept what we are explaining today. So this is the concept belongs to our in next session. I would like to explain the remaining concept, means by using the dynamic representation for the stack. Thank you. Thank you.